Okay, these are just some notes on section 4.2, and just wanted to cover this for you. And basically, just a couple things. Definitions: increasing function, decreasing function. Let f be a function defined on an interval I, and let x1 and x2 be any 2 points in I. All right, then the formal definition, and formal definitions are nice because we can use them in proving theorems. A little bit easier to deal with than just an intuitive definition. Okay. Then f increases on I. F increases on I if x sub 1 less than x sub 2. So this would be maybe a function here. X sub 1 is to the left of x sub 2, or x sub 1 is smaller than x sub 2. Implies that the vertical value of x sub 1 will be less than the vertical value of x sub 2. Remember, these are just the vertical positions. This would be my algorithm that defines how the horizontal and the vertical positions are related. For each horizontal position, we have a vertical position. And again, that's determined by the function. In this case, it's just a straight line, but it illustrates what we're talking about. So if x sub 1 is to the left of x sub 2, then the vertical position of x sub 1 will be lower or smaller than the vertical position of x sub 2. And that's just how we know that it increases. And you can see that's making sense, all right? In other words, as I move to the right, my values go up. That's all that's saying. So any point that is to the right of x sub 1, its vertical position will be greater than that of x sub 1. Okay? So again, as I move to the right, my values go up. Okay, so as I'm moving to the right, my values are going up. Okay? All right. F decreases on I if x sub 1 and is x less than x sub 2. So it's the same situation here, but that implies that f of x sub 1 is greater than f of x sub 2. So as I go to the right, my vertical positions get lower. So in other words, you can see here, this would be the horizontal position, that's the vertical position, and as I move to the right, oops, let me get this up a little bit higher. See, as you move to the right, notice how your vertical positions go down. Okay, so that means if x sub 2 is any point to the right of x sub 1, that means its vertical position will be lower. Okay? All right, and then one other little corollary, and this is a tricky one.